What up, guys?
Be sure to
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
4D, CNV. I like a shorty with a. She gotta be nasty. She don't give a fuck just as long as she can have me. Have me in the spot with my hand on her ass cheeks. Touching on her bitties, got me bopping like Diddy. So I tell her, take that. Lil' mama, she gon' take that. Catch wreck in a Maybach, switch gears on a racetrack. They hate that. Look. Baby, who you talking to? You know who you brought it to. Niggas running plays, but I switch it like an audible. All my bitches hitters, and there's plenty in my arsenal. And I got them walking half naked like it's carnival. And it's carnivore. Brought her something she can eat. You can get it how you want it, just don't get it on my seats. Bet the hook about a bus. On my mom's, I'm a chief, Super Bowl champ. I got big rings, big chains, big watch, big TV, big game. Take a pic, that's big flicks, big frames. Paid a quarter for the nickel, that's big change. Now I'm Vegeta with the 5, nigga, big bang. New York nigga shooting vids out in Brisbane. Star Carnival, Caps Lock, that's a big name. I'm ducking to these bitches like I'm King James.
Okay, so a lot of all that.
Yeah, that's my
sir.
son Lamar Carnivore.
Carnivore.
The song is Nasty off his latest project, Bop Star.
I was
And
there.
that's that a appropriate title because it's that just a bunch of bops.
Some range is crazy.
Yeah,
Available on Apple Music and
all streaming
titles.
platforms, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. But moving on from the undiscovered heat is the intro. What's up, y'all? We back. It's Lunchroom Podcast. I am your boy Dapper Dan, and I think I finally came up with like an AKA for myself.
Dapper Dan's not an AKA.
Another AKA on top of the AKA. You know what I mean?
you came up with your own AKA.
Like the second one, not Dapper Dan, but like the second one.
What's the second one?
All right, so boom, I was watching Hey Arnold, right? And like there's this guy named Dino Spumoni. He's like a jazz singer. I don't know if you remember the episode.
I probably.
So Arnold was helping him revive his career, whatever. But I was like, yo, the last name Spumoni is kind of wavy. So I was like, yo, I'm like the big Spumoni now. So that's how I wanted to call myself. So it's like Dapper Dan, aka the big Spumoni. You feel me? So that's what that is. But either
I don't
way,
know if I'm calling you that, bro.
No, you don't got to.
All right.
It's just another.
Nobody call you that. That's not your AKA.
It is because y'all letting RJ Barrett call himself the Maple Mamba.
Everybody,
That's
that
y'all.
retired, bro.
Nobody-
As soon as Kobe died, that retired.
Nah, y'all let him do it in the first place.
As
But
soon as Kobe
that's
died,
another
that
topic
was-
for another day. This is not that kind of podcast.
That
But-
was that's a terrible name. That,
It-
Nigga, that was a
That's
terrible
terrible.
suit he won on draft day.
no, not fuck RJ Barrett. The Spumoni. That's
Listen, I like it. That's all that needs to matter.
that's bad.
That's all that needs to matter.
Bro.
Now we're gonna come up with the AKA for you eventually,
Fact.
and now you're not gonna
Nah,
like it.
what's his name, Fredo?
Tank.
Yeah, my son Tay, aka Tay, Monte.
First of all, you can't make a nickname off of a nickname of my middle name already. You can't make a nickname off a nickname of.
Yeah, nah, I don't even know where that came from. I'm not jacking that way either.
Fredo took the nickname for my middle name
I took
and made
all
another
and
name.
Monte, and I made Monte Tank.
When I think of Monte, I think of Monte Ellis.
Exactly. That's the first person that
I
comes
was
to
gonna
mind.
say like
I feel like that's the only Monte I've ever met or like known.
no.
Yeah.
But getting into the real vibes, of course for me is my guy Fritz, and
I'm gonna start throwing up peace sounds like Jamie Foxx. It'd be
Yeah.
mad. It'd be mad straight like
You
this.
gotta go like this, bro.
Nah, bro.
no, he got small hands.
He be like this.
But either way, next to my guy Fritz is my guy Ray, aka the movie guy. What's happening? How y'all feeling?
Hey man, chilling. Another day, another dollar. I'm a little stressed, a little anxious, cause we ain't got as of now, we have not gotten the results for the presidential election.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been on the back of my mind. I can't lie. But other than that, taking it one day at a time.
I never really-
How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I was trying to ignore all that.
I
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was
I
gonna be a day. I feel like I should have went on vacation for all this shit.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it dragging out so long? I don't even know, to be honest. But before we even get into that, we gotta call out somebody that we need to excommunicate from the world. There's a guy.
Oh, the racist.
Yeah, there's a racist man. He's Asian. It's not all the time you get an Asian racist.
Oh no! Don't be.
I'm talking about
misconstrued.
in the public eye.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
not-
right. There's
obviously, all people.
There's a lot of. There are a lot of.
Yeah, no,
racist
absolutely.
Asians. It is
Bro, I've been
disgusting.
to the Chinese spot. But for sure.
But let me read exactly what happened. So this happened towards the end of October. A Scottsdale man, Scottsdale, Arizona. He went viral on social media for calling a black man a nigger. He said that it was a no nigger zone. This black man who
Was there
is
tape on the floor? Like, did he surpass?
no. So this is a black man. He's famous on YouTube or Instagram. Lila, I don't know. This nigga's famous on Instagram, but Andre Abram is his actual name. But he was filming something and like it's like an old town or whatever the case is, and then this old Asian man comes out. He was like, "What are you guys doing?" Taking pictures of them and shit like that. And then he was like, "This is a no nigger zone. I'm a racist." And they niggas
That's a wild sentence.
he really
That's
said,
a wild sentence.
He
That's
said,
a wild-
"I'm a racist. This is a no nigger zone."
That's a wild sentence. I'm
Niggas
not
was
gonna
like-
lie. That's
There's
then-
up front,
bro.
and then there's that.
And then the nigga Andre was like basically recording it, showing the niggas his store, telling him to back the fuck up. He gonna lay him out. Of course, the nigga backed up.
I would let him out regardless.
Yeah, and I mean that takes a lot of courage to not punch somebody in the face after some shit like that. But
I mean, when you got a platform, I guess you can't do everything
yeah,
you want to do. But at the same time, that's trash.
Facts,
but
bro.
I mean, you had a follow-up question.
the follow up question was: have any of you guys in the room ever experienced blatant racism?
Like I said, I've been to Chinese spot. but
But like, do you have a particular
Nothing like
example?
that. I'm not going for
Yeah, I've
nothing
never-
like that.
yeah,
nothing-
happened to me.
it
that's the
doesn't have
worst
to be
sentence
that
I've ever heard in my
extreme.
life.
Yeah, like,
It doesn't
I-
have to be this extreme, but have you ever just experienced something where you was like, damn, that's dead ass racist?
I'm trying to think. I know I have, but I think the only time that really comes to mind, I think I had a professor that was just like dodging me for office hours, bro. Like,
Jeez.
and but I had white classes that were like, yeah, I went to his office hours. He explained this. I'm like, yo, like,
That's
because like
Wow.
his shit was like by appointment. Like he didn't have like set, like, sometimes it's like
Mhm.
Monday 4:30 whatever. His shit was by appointment. Like, yeah, I really don't get this. So I'm thinking just my schedule just doesn't line up with him. But I'm in class like listening, like this is like weeks going by too. It's not even like
Jeez.
not weeks, but like maybe a week and a half. But like
Still.
yeah, I'm like
Long enough.
I haven't seen this nigga like outside of class yet. And everybody's like, yeah, I just went, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like he really was not trying to see me because, you know what I'm saying? It was a small-ish class, so like he knows who I am. It's not like it's like a lecture where like I could be anybody. Cause
Niggas probably wearing his hat in class.
I wore whatever I wore in class. I don't know.
If anything, I've been like a lot of inadvertent racist, like passive aggressive racist, I guess you could say. But like the most I could think of was like my school in college is like one of them redneck type of schools.
Right.
A lot of redneck people go there. I think it was like
It's a red Sunni.
it's definitely a red Sunni. You see when the map happened, it was red all in the middle. That's my
Wow,
school.
right.
That's my school. Red all in the middle. Dead eyes right in the central of New York. But I just remember I think one time we were walking and it was late at night and then a car just passed by and just yelled at like, "Oh, go home, niggers!" And like,
nah,
but it was
wow.
so fast. It's not like they slowed
That was
down.
probably a student.
It probably was. Like I said, it happened so fast. Me and my mans was just like, "What the fuck?"
Allegedly, I have driven in a car and said, "Fuck out of here, Spicks." And like, allegedly. But on some college shit, like on some dumb shit. Like,
Nah, that's like, I never done some shit like that. What the fuck?
bro, we be high.
What type of opening? What
We be high.
Yo,
He got a little Hispanic.
that's what I'm saying.
We be high. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can say that, bro. It's like it's not even like, you know what I'm saying. It's completely off bar from me.
You're way more black than Hispanic though.
Absolutely.
I'm not going front. I feel like if somebody called me a nigger, I'll feel more offended than a spick. I'm not gonna hold you. Like the
Hey,
spick just
man.
sound funny.
Exactly. I speak.
No
to me,
disrespect. No disrespect. But it just. No, I'm talking to the people. I know Fredo don't care about that shit, but I'm just saying, spick. If you think about it, is a funny ass word.
bro.
That shit sound crazy.
Because like they were just like some real like, like we knew who they were. Like we just didn't like them like that. So I was like, "Fuck out of here, Spicks," and like we just drove past. It wasn't nothing crazy.
That's crazy.
But
The one thing that I could remember that was really recent when me, Fredo, and Brian were going apartment hunting. Fredo, he was working a lot or sleeping. Like his schedules didn't match, so me and Brian were the ones actually.
Oh yeah, I
going.
didn't have no light skin.
We did not.
Damn.
So
It
me
was,
and
it
Brian
was
are
dark in there.
Exactly. So me and Brian are the ones that's going into the the meetings or whatever. There was one particular apartment. The nigga like he was showing us around or whatever. His tone was just like really weird, and the one thing that he said that got me tight that I remember, it was a lot other shit that he said, but the one thing he was like, "Oh, and we don't do any parties here. Yeah, our neighbors, they don't like any loud music or anything like that." Me and Brian looked at each other like,
What you trying to say?
like what, bro? Like, what are you really trying to say?
That's
Type
the
shit.
inadvertent racist I'm talking about. Like
I mean, to shoot him some bail,
Nah, bro.
he could have said. he could have said that because you guys were obviously youthful, and people of a certain youth tend to throw parties.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
I mean,
as a black man, you know. When you
no, we
He said
have the
tone.
alarm. We
he
have
said the tone, so like it depends on the tone he used it, because you know
niggas know, bro.
the caucus people.
Yeah, like,
I guess
They might
true.
have the real. They put
I
emphasis
guess.
on certain things.
Like I said, I'm just trying to be a devil's advocate in that situation. I'm just trying to present different perspectives.
and he was just asking like mad weird questions, shit that like I know he wouldn't ask a regular or a white person, you know. So it's just
Are you
that
smoking weed? Did he ask you that?
I don't think he said anything about.
They usually say if smoking in general, because they think it's cigarettes first.
True. But yeah. So slap your local racist. That's my way to get off of that.
Local racist. I have to look for that.
My son Pop Vasquez on Instagram has a shirt that says "Make racists afraid again." You know,
I like it.
I like it.
OD.
We support that. But moving forward, we have no choice but to get into this. I'll let you guys take this because I didn't really have a reaction to this. I bet on this election.
Yeah, he
Did you
definitely-
lose?
I'm probably gonna lose.
You don't know yet.
I'm probably gonna lose. It's looking likely.
I was thinking about betting on this shit too. I'm not gonna hold you.
I bet 45 on 45. And
I mean,
might lose.
Where you bet $45?
On 45. I said, yo, I bet 40. This is
I got money.
I
Tell
was
you.
like, yo, I bet $45. We stay at the 45th president. And I was like, well,
I hope you lose. But that's neither here. That's the
I
only
want you to
time I
win
hope
your
you
money,
lose.
bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I want you to win your
I hope
money.
this nigga.
I thought it was a
Only
given.
because it's your money.
Nah, fuck that nigga.
I thought it was a given.
I mean, well, we thought that there would be a result by the time of this recording, but it will be by the time we drop. Imagine there's no result by the time we drop this episode.
I'll be vexed.
That would be crazy.
I'm tired. I need to, like, my timeline stuff to be less, like, election.
Political?
Yeah,
It's
like,
wild political, bro.
get me back to the jokes.
But,
Yeah, fact. I'm not gonna hold you.
Get me back to the jokes.
But as of right now, the nigga, well, Joe Biden is 6 electoral votes away from winning. We've been stuck on this shit for mad hours, mad days. It's just weird seeing like the divide on my timeline and stuff like that. Like there's minorities calling other minorities dick riders because we don't want Trump in office. I'm like, what?
I don't have a pick either.
Somebody said if you voted for Trump, if you voted for Biden just because you don't want Trump in house anymore, delete me now.
I've seen all that bullshit, and it's funny because they deadass not gonna delete you. They not gonna unfollow you. They still gonna deal with all that. Hell, not to be vulgar.
Be vulgar, bro.
It's probably bitches over here that's gonna take dick for some nigga that voted for Trump. No funny shit. Like, feel me? No funny shit.
Nah.
Either way, the only thing I would say on this topic is that, we might be dragging this because 2020 has been a crazy year as far as like, we're watching history.
Right.
But I'm literally like, this is some historic shit I've never thought I would see.
We never went through no shit like
Exactly. Like, I've never seen some shit like this where an election is taking multiple days. Like, there is no result. And then on top of that, I was gonna ask, like, is it the first one to get to 270?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you win?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, I think it was like Michigan, Pennsylvania, all in Georgia, like they're still in the midst of counting. But like, what happens if?
I think Michigan is pretty much for Biden. I think Biden.
Yeah, Biden got.
I think it was like 3 states. I know it was like Pennsylvania,
It's Pennsylvania,
and Georgia.
Georgia and Nevada.
Yeah.
And Nevada. Okay, because I was gonna say like, okay, let's say Biden wins one of those states, but Trump wins the other 2, and he gets more electoral votes.
He wouldn't. I don't think it.
It don't work that way.
Like,
The math don't add up.
nah.
I don't think
Okay.
it add up.
All right, that's what I was concerned because I was like, yo, what happens if this man's just come in?
Trump would have to win, like, I think all 3 of those. Which
Okay.
is highly unlikely.
Okay. Well, again, I was trying to ignore that shit as much as possible, which I thought was gonna be a day. Like I had a couple days set up where, like, I wasn't even on the timelines like that. I was just skimming through because I wasn't trying to deal with all that fake woke shit. You know, I seen people with the same narrative, like, oh, if you didn't vote, just delete me. Not even who you voted for. It's like, oh, if you don't vote, you put your your ancestors to shame. All this bullshit, and it's like, yo, my nigga, like, once all this is done, you're not gonna lose any sleep over somebody that didn't vote or voted for Trump. No funny shit.
Here's my thing. Yes, maybe voting is important. Cool. You think voting's important. What are you going to do on a community-based level? Because I think change starts at the top and the bottom. for me. People say change starts at the top. I think it starts at the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do something for the nigga next to you, the nigga on the left or right behind you. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, yeah, we're gonna put Biden in there, and then like that's it. And that's pretty much what it's gonna be. And that's what we always fucking do. Is we just try and get one victory, we get it,
And then yeah.
and then we stop.
Yeah,
and then that's it. And that's been our issue for years. And like
For
I'm tired
decades.
of it. And I'm like, y'all gonna call people out, question people's character and all this stuff. Like that's way too much for me. Which I gotta segue at this point. Like leads me to ask, like, would y'all end a friendship over political views? Or a relationship even over political views?
I personally wouldn't, and like I'll use this as an example that I'm very open with.
Mhm.
I told people this before because this has been the narrative since Trump got elected in office. Fucking my father voted for Trump. My father voted for Trump
In
You thi-
2016.
in 2016. You I don't know who he voted for this time. I didn't ask. I don't really care. But either way, you think I'm gonna stop fucking with my father because he voted for Trump? Like that's mad dumb. I seen people saying they're not gonna fuck with their grandparents or they whatever, and I'm like, yo, y'all know how dumb y'all sound? That is your family. Like, feel me? Unless the way I see it, unless you're like a
Niggas
rapist.
talking about it's deeper than that.
Yeah,
It's-
like
That's what I'm
niggas is
saying.
thinking about the
Like
principle
unless you
and
like
all
a
that
rapist or you committed a murder or some crazy shit, like there's no reason why I would not fuck with you off of your political views, my nigga. Like I said, if you voted for Trump, that's well within your right, my nigga. I don't care. That's not affecting me. Like, you know what I mean?
I will concur, except if my significant other was an extremist, because me myself I'm not really heavy on politics. If they were an extremist, like a Trump support, like Make America Great Again hat, that's a dub.
Yeah.
That's a dub. I feel like it's levels to it, type shit.
I think extremists in general, for me, I wouldn't want to be with an extremist in general because I just don't believe you should always put so much energy into one thing.
Yeah.
For me, you should be multifaceted.
Right.
That's a well-balanced person. For me, like people, they put blinders on and they just all they focus on, and it's like sometimes it works out for certain people, sometimes it don't. Like I
Right.
said, like nigga Hov started off as a rapper, but he didn't just stick to rapping. For
Right.
me, like
Started off as a crack dealer.
well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't even know if it's alleged.
It's not. He said it many times.
That shit had me weak. That it reminds me of the reporter that was like, "You sold cocaine." You like the lady that hate this nigga, that racist reporter. I forgot. Her name.
I already know. I see her face. I already know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
Damn, he be name dropping her too. But
Tony or some shit.
yeah, regardless of that,
Tony
we're gonna
Braxton?
move into
Nah, I
the.
don't know.
We're gonna fully move into the out of the lunch line chatter. Damn, I didn't even announce it again. I did that again.
It's okay.
God
I did it again.
damn it.
Listen, sometimes the conversation just flows. There's
Exactly,
no time
yeah.
to really say it. But we gonna fully move into the free segment. Since we already passed first topic in it, we're gonna go to. I think this is Ray.
Oh, all right. So I guess to not piggyback, but to carry on political views, but in a different light. There's a documentary on Hulu that came out a couple weeks ago called Everything Under Control. And
I still didn't watch it yet.
it's good. You should watch it. Like I said, it's called Everything Under Control, and the documentary is basically about the corona, COVID, this whole scandal. And the guy that made it, he made the Enron documentary. He made other documentaries that were really, really good. So he did this, like the trailer, it went like he made this documentary in secret for the past 5 to 6 months. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, like obviously I don't fuck with Trump or any Biden, whatever. But this shit showed me, I'm not gonna front the government, the U.S. government as a whole, they really dropped the ball on this COVID shit.
OD, bro.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna front because they in the documentary they tell you like how we knew in December and didn't do anything, as opposed to China and other things. They've been through more pandemics or scares like this, so they're more prepared. Every single time they had a pandemic or something crazy like the bird flu and shit like that, they adjusted. Like, feel me? They used experience to adjust to make it when this happens again to get better. And one thing I just remember clearly that I was like it blew my mind, my nigga. I think when Trump announced, I think he put his brother or somebody, one of his relations, in charge of to come up with a group to help main focus on COVID. This was back like in March or April.
Probably Barron.
I think it was Barron. So he hires Barron, and his job obviously is to help segue this whole group for the focus on a solution for this whole COVID shit. You know what this nigga did, bro? That I found crazy? This nigga hired volunteers volunteers that don't work for the government,
Of course.
have no experience in anything,
Of course.
to help basically make orders and stuff for masks, because this is when we had a shortage of masks and all those protective gear and shit like that.
PPE, yeah.
Yo, these people are volunteers placing orders on the behalf of the U.S. government, and they're using their personal emails, like their Gmails, to hit these people up. On top of they're like they don't have any you know how you have like an amount to work with, like a budget.
Yeah.
They don't have no budget. They don't know how much they call in let's say they call Asians like, yo, we need such and such mask. How much? And they tell them like, all right, $5 mil for the mask. Oh shit, we got to make sure if we even have that to give. And then they was like, yo, we have it to give, but you might receive it in 3 to 6 months. And the nigga in Asia is like, well, France is calling me right now, and they got cash money. So feel me? And I'm just like, the guy that was like in that group, he told all this, like he basically a whistleblower, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, yo, this shit was crazy, my nigga. I've never seen some shit like that, bro. Never seen some shit like that. Volunteer, a regular person off the street, placing orders with their personal email. That's the shit that blew my. I suggest you all, feel me, to go watch that shit, because it will really blow your mind. And I forgot the director's name offhand, but look up his other works, because that nigga is a great journalist. I'm not going to front.
That's some shit, bro. I'm definitely going to give that a look.
That shit was crazy, my nigga.
Tomorrow.
Oh, this is for my Spanish people.
El Diablo.
That's my response to that, honestly. It's like,
Bro, that's ridiculous.
it's crazy because I know when they say politicians come out and they speak against Trump, obviously doing what he did and dropping the ball, I know they know a lot more than they have given on. So when you come and talk about that and how like you just break down the whole volunteer thing, it just makes sense.
Sheds a light on the bullshit.
Yeah, it's like a little light. Just like, look at what was going on while people are legit dying. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I'm still on the fence that I feel like, the numbers are definitely larger than they are supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think, they're just attaching COVID to a lot of deaths that don't,
necessarily might not be the reason
yeah,
why he
like,
died.
You know what I'm saying? But I kind of think about it like, like something like AIDS. Like, you don't necessarily die from like AIDS or HIV, really. You die from the complications of it. So like that's they try to attach the COVID. That's like the complications from it. Like that. Like I want to. If I'm talking COVID deaths, I want to talk about COVID deaths. I don't really want to talk about what happened because you know what I'm saying.
Because now they talking about some long-term COVID or some shit like that. I'm just like, whoa, okay, y'all doing a lot.
Yeah, like it's getting kind of weird for me. But like I said, I'm not an expert and I don't pretend to know anything. So that's all I got on that.
My whole thing was just like, it just showed like this could have been avoided. And we could have done a way better job of responding.
Yeah, and my last thing on this would be like, I just want to know what the bigger picture is. Like, what was the goal of like, all right, we gonna play around? Like, are we just that dumb, or was there a plan of we're gonna play around with this because there's a bigger goal at hand? That's my only question. Like, what's the gain from playing around like this, or were we just dumb enough to really just play around with it like that? So
I'll say both.
Might be a healthy heaping of both. But all right, I'm switching gears completely. Clubhouse.
Okay.
I tweeted today, and I just want to let it be known, nobody can ever call me Mixie again because I have yet to receive an invite on Clubhouse. I'm just saying that.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
So
I mean, after you explain it, but
well,
go ahead.
This is the latest in breaking technology, apps, social medias. I will say, I guess this is a new form of social media. It's called Clubhouse. Basically, a New York Times article I read. Clubhouse is a social media app that's audio only, and the way it works is basically you sign up, you sign up and you get invited, and it's at least right now it's slow. They're slow rolling the rollout right now. That's why it's very exclusive. Yeah, it's very exclusive. So people don't see your face, and you could start your own chat room and invite whoever you want, or you could join other chat rooms where they're talking about anything you could possibly think of, ranging from politics to hip hop debates to fucking woman empowerment.
Literally anything the topic
anything
is.
Literally, you could literally talk about whatever the fuck you want. And people that, if you start the group, you're able to like tell people, you able to pick who could speak at the same time and shit like that. Feel me? It sounds cool. I'm not going front. It should sound wavy right now from what I see. Only a lot of celebrities and a lot of influencers, people in corporate media outlets and stuff like that are the only ones on it right now. You could sign up again, but you have to be invited.
Yeah,
So
somebody can send you a direct link to be invited. It's just a matter of like you just have to know somebody that has access to it.
From what I heard too, like sometimes people, because like people are getting upset they're not getting invited and shit like that. But from what I've heard, I think you can only invite one person. Like that's it. You only get one invite.
I thought you get a certain amount.
Because in the New York Times article they said it works like I think they only get one invite. And in the article too they even said like right now Clubhouse is it's in the middle right now. They don't know if this is even gonna be around by next summer. It could be here now and it could be gone. But right now they put it evaluated 100 mil. It's worth 100 mil right now. So it's like right now they're like I guess you could say Facebook before it got famous, Instagram before it got famous. Right now like this could be the next big social media, because especially with the whole podcast being everything audio only, this is what people want. It sounds like the way I interpreted the article in the Clubhouse, it sounds like a radio, but you are able to participate in the radio and you could change to whatever station you want.
Right, essentially.
But so my question, the only thing in terms of that, how is it set up? Like to whereas if you want to make a comment, you're not being overlapped by somebody
You can
else?
raise your hand essentially. Like that's the way it works. Like you can raise your hand and like I guess the
person
that made the group
click on you
would allow you to speak, so that you don't speak
so it's
over.
not a bunch of
group
chat
it's
malarkey.
actually decently organized, and I guess that's why they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Rolled it out the way they did, because it kind of like just to see how it works, and it kind of works well from what I hear. But
they're afraid that that's why they're slow rolling too, because they're afraid they're trying to keep it like that said organized, very exclusive feel. But
afraid of wild.
You got a mic now, bro. You can't be doing all that. I can dead hear it, just like next to it.
But that's what they're scared of. They're trying to not make it too what's the word? Fluctuated.
But yeah, because I don't get me wrong. I see their issue, because like this works well with the number of people we have. When this becomes as big as an Instagram, which it will if they release it to the public, or as a Facebook, what do we do and how do we,
They're gonna need a whole lot of workers.
Yeah,
and
like
algorithms.
I think they have to put limits on the rooms. I think that has to happen. Maybe a different way of people participating in the conversation. Maybe live chat. Maybe I don't know if you want to have that. Let's like they do when people go live. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming.
I just want to be invited. Like I want to be invited so I could see how it is for if it's here forever long before it ends. If it ends,
yeah.
I mean that sounds mad cool though. It's like a discussion board for shit that you like and like partake.
Yeah, and that's why I want to get in, because I want to get in for the pod. It's not for me.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
I'm trying to get the networking.
Like, I'm not even just the networking, but like I feel like we can utilize that for ourselves.
It's
like,
some guy that I mean he's mixy on my Twitter and stuff like that. Some guy named Julius. He's like a funny sketch comedian. I think he works for like probably MTV or some shit like that. But either way, you see a guy like him, I seen him post like he put people on was like, oh, if you're in Clubhouse right now, they were basically having like an online workshop where you could have gotten in, people could invite whoever, and like there were jobs on, like basically jobs were available. Like that's how they were interviewing people kind of in a sort of way. But basically that's why I want to be, like you said, like it sounds like a great way to network. And I even thought about it. I've been thinking about it for a while now, but it's like, I wonder what's the next social media platform going to be. Because
that's what
Facebook is Facebook is not for us no more. Facebook had its time. IG kind of is dying too, because the algorithms is fucking. Everybody complaining about the algorithms now.
The algorithms is trash, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like that shit is meant for. It's like IG turned into a business media now.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So it's like I'm here thinking, what is gonna be the next social media where people can actually interact? Like you said, it's still Twitter. I don't think Twitter's going anywhere.
I mean, Twitter, they would have to fuck it up themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty much what it is. And if anything, they would fuck it up for the bag. But I mean, it's on them.
So if Clubhouse is the next social media, I'm here for it. That shit sound wavy.
Facts. I like it. I'm not gonna hold you.
Invite me. TH3 movie guy. TH3 movie guy.
I got you. You be the first person I invite. But shoot, where do we want to go from here?
Baddie
I guess.
of the week?
Yeah. Let's go into the baddie of the week. Wait.
I'm about to bust.
Yeah, Fredo, please cut all that extra crap.
I got you.
But
So the baddie of the week for this week is 20-year-old Kyaja KJ Brooks. I hope I said your first name right. She's from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this video now, and if not, you'll see it by the time this episode comes out. But she is basically reading a bunch of police commissioners and people of higher ups to filth at a Kansas City Board of Police Commissioners meeting. She literally said, "I am not nice." Like, she went there to insult them. Like, she had nothing to say.
That was nice.
That was polite.
That was polite.
I don't even know if she
all.
said good evening.
She did not. It was an amazing thing to see, because I get goosebumps when I see women, especially black women, like, be that powerful.
Facts.
So it was definitely refreshing to see. And I feel like a lot of police officers need to hear shit like that.
OD.
So I just wanted to big her up. She has to be protected, because apparently there was like a cop car, a particular cop car following her around like for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of bullshit. So hopefully,
She's under protection of NFAC.
whatever.
What's that?
I told y'all about that before, bro. The Not Fuck Around Coalition. I told y'all about
Oh,
But that's
that.
in Kansas City, Missouri.
that. I think they have different, like,
Look,
spots.
chapters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
I hope that's the case, because she must be protected. Shouts out to KJ.
Cause I seen
Baddie.
somebody post, the whole guy that was protecting the lady in Valley Stream, where she
Yeah, he's
basically
been
stood.
sitting outside her.
So they were saying like, oh, like I hope they could make that happen for KJ. So I mean, I hope she's protected. Like you said, I like when bitches. I like, respectfully, when girls talk they shit for me. That shit be definitely turning me on. Shout out to you, baddie of the week.
Big facts.
I'm about the books.
Bro, that's a
Respectfully.
funny-
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully about the bus with joy.
This is a compliment, KJ. Don't take it as a bad thing.
Facts. We're busting with joy.
Eventually, girls are gonna want to be baddie of the week. They're gonna be asking to be baddie of the week. We don't. For me,
Facts. But moving forward, let's get into the cookie crumbs. We can't keep cookie crumbs short today. I just want to talk about well, not this specifically, but Cardi and Offset are no longer getting a divorce. I don't know if y'all knew they were, but if you follow the Shade Room, which you shouldn't, I don't. But obviously, you can't really escape it sometimes.
If you follow a bunch of women, they'll repost. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff on
you know,
their
so I
stories.
can't really
It
run from it.
happens.
But like I said, Offset, he won again,
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Nigga really said balls in my face, and then it still got caught. That's crazy. But
what they said, City Boys up
facts,
500,
500 points.
plus 1,000. But
closing the game out right.
You know what it was? He was woo walking, bro.
nah, yeah, bro, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, she was like,
Once I see Shorty smoking bogeys, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. He won.
yeah, she's stressed.
Exactly.
She needs him. But enough of the toxic stuff. What I wanted to really get into,
Not really. Not
I
what
mean,
you.
this is
I was
a
gonna
toxic
say.
fucking
Yeah, I was
topic,
gonna
bro.
say.
not really.
It's dead a toxic. Whatever.
Getting back with your
Get into
with,
it. Get into
with
it.
your
No. What this is gonna lead into?
Topic, yeah.
Nah, it's not that serious. It happens in real life.
Yeah, but for me, girls don't want to admit that.
That's
bro,
too
say
bad.
it, bro.
This is a fact. I just wanted to know. This is the question I have for you guys. Have y'all ever had a girl dickmatized? And if so, how did you take advantage of that situation? Now, before I get attacked as usual, what I'm saying is, naturally, when you're a human being and you realize you have an upper hand somewhere, you're going to take advantage of it. That is natural human nature. So because this situation just happens to be with man and female, please do not try to attack me. I am just presenting scenarios to talk about on a platform that me and my friends share. Thank you. Don't come again.
Just a disclaimer.
Now, question.
You want to go first?
This hasn't been the case for me.
Word?
Nah,
That's tough.
it is tough.
Nigga trash.
It's tough. Nah, but honestly, I've seen other people like that happen to them, and I kind of don't want those problems. So I'm good off that.
Man, so there was this one joint that I went to middle school with. Found her attractive for mad years, but she was going out with like some nigga for mad. Like, it was one of those high school 5-6 year relationships. So I'm like, ain't
That
nothing about
always end up ending later on.
ain't nothing about to happen with me and this bitch. But years later, I want to say 2 years ago, I was on Tinder swiping. Seen her. I said, oh,
It's a movie.
I went to school with you.
Super
Bing bong
liked it?
boom. Huh?
You super liked it?
Nah, I don't
Nah,
know.
yeah, I was
don't
I
do
mean,
that.
nah.
I
I
don't-
mean, when I was used to be on Tinder, I used to super like the girls that I actually know in person because
Just
I
so
know
you know.
they're gonna see it.
You're bugging. I don't do
I'm
that,
doing that sometimes too. If I want you that bad, I'm doing that.
bro.
But that's not even I want you that bad.
No,
Just
no,
like
no.
yo, like I know you personally. You
I'm
You
feel me?
gonna
su-
see my
They're saying they super like a shorty just because they know them.
Nah,
I
I mean,
don't
if you
want
like-
to super like
No.
any shorty I know, nigga.
Nah, cause what's it called? It's not even just like cause I know. 'Cause, like you could be if I don't find you attractive, I'm not super liking you. I'm just gonna scroll past.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if I actually fuck with you and like I know you personally, it's like I'm like yo, see me on here. Like I see you. You feel me? I'm not about to do the regular
I
like
hear
and then
you.
risk it. Like
Come on,
she
dude.
just bypassed.
That's how I
me.
feel.
Just
That's
one of
how
the
I feel.
regular
About,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the opposite. I'm not trying to risk the super like on some shorty because if I know her, I'm gonna see her
Nah,
in
you gotta
person.
let go of your pride, bro.
You got something?
I let
I-
go of my pride and it worked.
I'm not gonna.
Shout out to you, my boy.
Facts.
But so
still dealing with
we
that.
gets to mingling. Long story short, she comes over. We do the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do the damn thing again like the next week, and I'm like, I'm cool on it. I'm cool on it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Accomplished the goal.
She's not.
Oh.
Called me mad time. Like, bro, I don't like talking on the phone unless it's urgent
Mm-hmm.
or we haven't spoken in a while. Like, don't call me to casually speak on the phone.
Right.
That's just me.
You know,
That's
I can't call you and say like, yo, what you been up to? Like, you good? You
If we
chilling?
haven't spoken in a while, yes.
What if I spoke to you last week?
No.
I can't be like, yo,
Do not.
yo, E, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how's everything in the crib? Like,
You better
everything
text
good?
So she like calling like excessively though, like on some like you're bugging. Like I'm looking at my phone like you're
So how
bugging,
often were you
bro.
picking up?
I didn't. I picked up one time.
And how long the
Just
conversation?
to tell her like, yo, why are you calling me?
Nah,
Oh,
I wanted to see what you know what I'm saying, just to see what the fuck she had to say. We wasn't talking about nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just really wanted to Jones, bro. I haven't used Jones in mad years.
Facts.
That's crazy. But
Good word, though.
facts. of
that
life.
ass.
Great lingo.
But long story short, like she literally just kept calling, texting, sending naked pictures, all that, and I'm ignoring her, bro. And then it came to a point where I'd be like, "Yo, I'm seeing somebody else." I was not.
Ah,
That always that used to work.
it used to.
It used to work. Girls
Hey.
don't care anymore.
They-
They talk
hey.
about us. Girls don't give a fuck. If they want you, they want you.
bro. But it was. I'm like, yo, I know I didn't do that good of a job. It was cool, but like
Nigga try
she
to
was
give a
all
regular-
DM, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe she just didn't have sex that often.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I did learn,
She made it seem like we went 3 hours straight or something.
3 hours straight sound terrible. That sound like a lot of friction.
Yo, no lie, I did that shit for the first time the other day.
You was going for the mad.
4 hours.
You lying, son of
Bro,
a son of a no.
Yo, bro, I do not recommend. That's the only bad
10 out
part.
of 10 out of 10 do not
4
recommend.
hours nonstop.
4
bro.
hours, bro.
That shit was nuts.
Bro, I'd run out of penis, bro. Like
That's what happened.
Wait,
Like for me,
pause. You stayed going for 4 hours.
yes. And
There was no-
I could not buzz. Nah, it was in and out. Like
Not the tooth, it was the ecstasy.
it was the ecstasy. Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah, even off the ecstasy, I think that's still nuts. I ain't gonna.
it
lie.
was. I was yo, bro. The whole time I'm just like, yo,
That's the problem because then you start getting in your head about it, and then it gets even harder to get to the.
yo, bro. This nigga just 4 hours of that, and then
Of I need the nut.
basically,
Because after 15, you like, all right, this is. I need this to be over. So I can only imagine
No funny shit.
another 3 hours and 45 minutes of. All right, when is this gonna be over?
yo, after that first hour, I was like, okay, like I
that's
kind of want to
cool.
wrap this up. I
her
need a
arch
break,
probably started getting trash after a point.
bro.
That's OG.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, bro, that shit was weird.
At that
Not
point,
weird.
you should have started doing some strange shit.
Bro, I'm telling you
Stop
this
putting
now.
on butter
I tried everything. We did 4 hours.
Yeah, you gotta put it in her ear.
Took a break. Another 2. Took a break. Hour. That's it. Like for me, I didn't buzz. I could not buzz off the ecstasy.
That's wicked.
That's crazy.
That shit was nuts. I
I,
still fully recommend everyone take ecstasy though. That shit was amazing.
4 hours though.
I think you think it was amazing. I don't know if it was amazing.
Nah, that shit was lit. That shit was fun. But the only bad part was I couldn't buzz. The first time I did ecstasy though, I was able to buzz. I don't know what it was this time.
It's probably a mental thing, to be honest. You probably start thinking too hard about trying.
Probably.
I've been there.
That shit was crazy.
Several times.
That shit was crazy.
And that's when I've been there several times without the ecstasy, and that's when I knew I had to stop messing with shorties I don't like that much. Because I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Because like she's loving it. Because like I'm not here to brag, but like she's loving it, and I'm like, all right, like this is cool for her. which is good for my name.
Right.
Because when this goes in the group chat later,
Oh, yeah.
I'm the man.
Rave reviews.
However,
reviews.
I am no longer enjoying myself.
Right.
I am now just borrowing friction from a friend at this point. So like at this point, like I need this to be done. So then you in your head because like I'm trying to, and then it just doesn't. You know.
We gonna talk more about this off mic.
I'll
Facts.
discuss what my
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely move
Talk
on.
about this off mic. I don't want to. For me, I
Yeah.
don't want to get too deep into
But
this.
have you had a girl dickmatized before?
Several.
Yeah,
Regular mode shit.
I was
Several.
gonna say I've had a couple. I
Get-
don't really like using people though.
I don't- it
Pull
don't-
up- pull
it
up-
don't
pull
gotta
up-
be
pull up on 'em,
used.
bro. Pull up on
It don't
'em, bro.
gotta be used because even if you use her as just she's the fallback kill all the time, like you know what I'm saying.
But my question for you is, okay, what exactly did you, besides the box, what did you use them for? Like, did you get
I've
free
gotten-
food?
I didn't use
Did you
them.
get money?
I've
Like,
gotten
free
laundry
weed?
done. I've gotten
Oh, I have
laundry
gotten
done,
laundry done.
like
Yeah.
literally done, like not even like just like
Facts.
folded.
Clean,
like folded,
yeah,
put away?
Everything,
Yeah,
bro.
like not put away. I mean, she didn't live with me, but like feel
Oh.
me, like like
Bro.
like because when our cribs I lived in, I didn't have a washing machine, so I had to go to like the downtown campus, which is like around the corner from the spot, and like she was
so you did the drop off service.
essentially yeah, and like
Sheesh.
I was
That's
but
convenient.
I was still dropping dick
Nigga-
off,
nigga dropped
and
off
this
dick
is and
and
she
load.
might watch this. So if she does see this, we're still cool. I'm not slandering. I'm sorry, but like we're still cool. Like I just that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been other things. Like I've gotten meals.
This nigga's crazy, bro.
I've
I'm not gonna front.
gotten meals out of it. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten sneakers for sure. Yeah,
That's
I
so-
got these out of this.
Yeah.
I got these out of
Take
this.
them off. Take them off and put it on the
Let them know. And then those
The Concords.
I got these joints.
This gonna be the snippet. This gonna be the snippet.
But yeah, feel me? Like, and I wasn't even trying. Like, I told her no, but like, she's like, I got a Cash App, and like, it was there. I was like, all right. I mean, I'm not sending it back. I might as well. Feel me?
I ain't getting no sneakers, but it's like wash dishes, order pizza, like
know what I'm
polo
saying?
drawers, the white tees.
So y'all was taking advantage of them.
I didn't take too much advantage, but like, you know, you knew it would
shit like
happen.
that.
You knew it would. She'd be nice enough to do it because of how she feels about your penis. So
Yeah, you feel me?
That's what it is.
It's like they present the opportunity. It's like, oh, I'll do this if you want me to. It's like, all right, so do it.
gotten food dropped off, food cooked. It's, you know,
Now,
sometimes you
I
take.
personally didn't want that because I felt like she was already too attached. So I feel like if I was asking her for stuff,
No, absolutely, yeah.
would've
Sometimes
just
you
got
have to
worse.
know the signs, though. You have to know when you gotta like skedaddle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They always
saying?
show themselves, but you know when shit is sweet.
Facts. But with that being said, let's close that up before this gets worse for me.
Facts.
you already set yourself
Get out of there
up, bro.
fast.
Nah, we good,
I'm
man.
afraid of wow.
I'm at peace with everybody and everything, bro. Everything is copacetic.
Gangster.
Absolutely. So now we're gonna move into the microphone check segment.
Microphone check. 1, 2.
And I guess we can start off with Ray. We actually missed this topic last week because we were running out of time. So we
Facts.
can get to this.
Honestly, I put this here because I just thought it was a good discussion because these niggas was coming at me. Y'all probably gonna come at me. Especially, basically, topic is we was talking about diss tracks, diss songs. It started off with, I think the discussion in the group chat was the whole Drake and Pusha T beef. And basically, niggas was trying to say that Drake had the better song than Pusha T. And I was like, that's not true at all, in my opinion. I feel like Pusha T had the better song, and they were saying, oh no, it's just because he aired out niggas' dirty laundry. That's what niggas made. Like, basically, that's what made the song was that. It wasn't that it was a good song. It was the fact that he aired out Drake's dirty laundry. And then I said, in my opinion, that's not true. But in my opinion, I know everyone's probably gonna be shocked because I'm not really the biggest Drake fan.
Yes, you are.
But
He's that a fan.
I have to give respect when it's
He's that a
due.
certified lover boy.
Well, I am a lover boy, but I'm not. For me, either way, I was a lover boy before Drake. He got that shit for me.
All right.
He got that shit for me. No. But in my opinion, I'm not gonna front. I have to give respect when it's due. In my opinion, Back to Back is the best diss track song ever made. Off the fact that, to me, when we were talking about the criteria for a diss track, in my opinion, the song obviously has to be a good song. But I also think it has to be impactful. You can make a good song,
Nigga.
but if it has no impact, did it really do anything?
Nigga was nominated for a Grammy.
That's why I'm saying that shit was then nominated. I've never heard of a diss track being nominated for a Grammy.
A hit song, that's a diss.
And
A
then,
hit.
especially over the years, I've heard Meek, like you've heard Meek say in interviews, "Yo, I was bumping that shit when it came on in the club." Like for me, like I'm like, yo, for you to make a diss track and the nigga you made the diss track about to basically say he fucked with the song, and then it was nominated for a Grammy. Don't get me wrong, everyone want to talk about Tupac and Hit 'Em Up. In my opinion, I feel like that you could say it's the most disrespectful diss song. But is it the best diss track I've ever heard? No, because Tupac only had one verse on that shit. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not hearing this. Nah, he had only one verse. Hit 'Em Up.
It's that one verse, I believe.
And Tupac.
I haven't listened to it in a long time.
I could have sworn he had a second verse.
Oh.
Whatever.
Either way, I'm not hearing the song after Tupac's verse.
Right.
Whether it's one or two, I'm not hearing that song for me. So it just opened up the discussion. Like I said, I don't know if y'all want to talk about what y'all think is the better diss track songs.
I got an opinion on that. I don't agree with your opinion that it's the best, but I did fuck with the song itself, the way he rolled it out, like the cover, down to the cover art,
Facts.
bro. Nigga had the Blue Jays and the Phillies.
After that diss track, I started calling him the boy.
So it was that he definitely he shook the world for sure. But in terms of songs that I think are better than that, I think Takeover is way underrated, bro, by Jay-Z. Like I don't feel like that gets enough love because Ether was crazy. But I don't feel like people give the Takeover enough love.
Because it's heralded as he lost. That's why they don't give
I guess.
Takeover.
I was gonna say I agree with you. I think definitely Takeover is very, very underrated. But I think what takes it away from it is that it wasn't only about Nas. It was about other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas like Ether was only about Hove. Like he was just coming for Hove.
So, but the one song that I put like as like the creme de la creme of like diss songs is No Vaseline.
It's a good choice.
I was gonna
It's a
say
great
that.
choice.
He went crazy, bro.
That's a great choice.
No,
He went crazy.
To piggyback off of that, I was gonna say I don't disagree with you necessarily or entirely. I don't know if it's the best. Like I said, I have to sit down and do way more research, way more, just bumping them and see like what they did at the time and a lot of research behind that. But I can definitely see why you feel that way, and it's not a far-fetched take. I definitely say it's top 3
for sure.
Like arguably top 2. You know what I'm saying? Like No Vaseline definitely is top for me. Cube definitely got off on that.
Top
for sure.
5. No Vaseline is definitely top 5.
Yeah, Hit 'Em Up is up there somewhere in my top 5 as well. I got Ether in the top 5.
These niggas was arguing with me about like, Charged Up was better than Back to Back.
What the fuck? Who said that, Rob?
Rob. I think y'all niggas was Fredo too. Oh, Duppy Freestyle. Somebody was saying Duppy Freestyle was better than Back to Back. It probably was Rob too.
That sounds like a Rob take.
Reem too.
Yeah,
I was just like
Duppy Freestyle, bro.
I like Charged Up because of what it.
I hated Charged Up
because of how it preceded Back to Back.
Yeah, like it was literally a prequel to.
It was like, yo, like
happen.
I'm gonna tear you up, so please, like, apologize, my nigga, and
like you charging me up, bro.
Like I hear you, but I just when Charged Up came out, I didn't like it at all.
You didn't.
I didn't like it at all. I still don't like it. Like I told him too, like. Diss tracks, how much are you bumping Hit 'Em Up like on a regular basis? Like
I used to listen to that shit a lot.
Like I said, Hit 'Em Up is the most disrespectful. I will say yes. But
that's why I fucked your bitch.
I'm not.
Fat
That's a crazy thing to come off rip acapella. That beat didn't even drop
That might
yet.
be worse than saying I'm a racist. It's a nigga.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Oh my god. But like Back to Back, bro. That's Drake. I told you has the talent of making the simplest, most memorable lines ever. That line, it took me a day to know the whole words to that song.
Nah, yeah, Drake is good for the catchy songs.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, yo, like, you could bump that wherever. That shit was in all the spots. Everything going up, back
that shit
to back.
was good in the car. That shit was good in everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
It was good in the office.
like I said, I told these niggas, when we have kids and shit like that, necessarily, I might not show them Hit 'Em Up because that shit is, it depends on their age, feel me? But I could show them Back to Back. You could play Back to Back for your grandparents.
That's a historical event. I'm definitely gonna let them.
Like I'm not gonna front. Like
Hit 'Em Up. Like that's.
I mean, yeah, if they hip hop fans for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them know. But obviously, if you're 6 years old, I'm not gonna play Hit 'Em Up for my child.
I was
me?
definitely listening to Hit 'Em Up at 6 years old though. My mom failed me at that part.
My father was going hard. I'm not going for it. I had to do that shit like on my own headphones.
Nah, my father was pretty liberal with the rap music.
Word? My son got top 5 diss tracks by Fredo himself.
Oh, you got a top 5.
Oh, I thought that's what I was doing.
Nah,
we was just talking about. But if you have a
I
top
said
5, go
but,
ahead.
like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just throwing out my favorites then.
Do you think?
If that's the case. It's definitely Takeover's up there. Wankster's pretty hard. Wankster's hard.
I was gonna say Back to Back and Wankster. That's what's right there for me.
Wankster 50 got another one that I like too. What's the one?
It's on Get Rich or Die Trying too.
You talking about
The short against.
fuck Keep going.
I'm something to my tongue too. I can't remember because he was coming at Ja real crazy.
Yeah,
You talking
yeah.
about the shit where at the end he got
Murder. I don't believe you. Murder. Lights on the line.
Yeah,
Facts.
Lights on the Line,
That
yeah.
song is fire.
He came at him crazy too.
Yeah, that's the one.
Long Kiss Goodnight is pretty good. I mean, hit him up, you know.
Long Kiss
Like,
Goodnight was a diss track?
Wanna kiss your ass goodnight.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought he was just like, feel me, you know, regular Biggie talking and shit.
That was definitely like towards him.
I gotta bump that again.
But like I said though, I don't really bump hit him up. So even though I understand its impact, like I don't put it in my top because I don't really listen to it.
I mean, Pop not really in my catalog all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respect him.
That's a discussion for another day.
Facts. But nah.
So what's your like top?
Oh, it's the best one. I mean, I'll probably say Takeover. If I could take over.
I respect that.
It's tough.
Beat
Like,
is so fire,
Nah, I was gonna say I respect that. Takeover is definitely slept on as a
Wanksta
diss
right
track.
there too though. I listen to Wanksta a lot.
Wanksta is up there for me. Wanksta
I
used
almost
to probably
forgot
be
about-
my favorite diss track.
Forgot about Wanksta. Facts,
Shouts out
facts.
to 50 for How to Rob, even though it wasn't a diss track per se. You know what I'm saying?
That
That
shit
just
was
came to mind
Mad clever.
because it was wild clever. It got him in the game. He dissed everybody who you can think of in the 90s. If you haven't listened to How to Rob, definitely listen to that shit. That's one of my favorite 50 songs of all
Facts.
time.
Is Control a poor man's How to Rob?
No,
I don't know.
Like a poor man?
He was just saying I'm better than y'all. That's it.
I feel like just in
50
terms
was
of
on some
name.
shit, bro.
Nah, I know. I'm just saying in terms of name dropping niggas because nobody really do
I
that.
already mentioned Lil B t-shirts and buttons. He killed Joe Budden.
Nah, yeah, he cooked them.
He
He
dead
dead cooked them.
If you gotta say that, you gotta put Kevin Durant up there by Lil
Fuck
B.
Kevin Durant.
Nah, that might be better than t-shirts and buttons. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. Kevin Durant is definitely up there. Kevin Durant. Yo, he really did win a chip. He's still cursed, right? Like he hasn't won the chip.
Who, Kevin Durant?
Yeah, like
Nah, he
I
won a
don't know.
chip.
Now he won a
oh
chip.
yeah, he did.
He
He
won
did.
a chip after
He
the
lifted when he got
That
traded
was
to the
mad
Warriors.
long ago.
He
He
lifted the
lifted it,
curse.
yeah, he lifted the
Facts.
curse.
From the Bay Area.
Facts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, James Harden is cursed though.
Yeah, James
Facts.
Harden's still cursed for sure.
James Harden is
Should have
cursed.
never cooked
And
up.
that's not looking like it's gonna change anytime soon.
Facts. But with that being said, I don't want to go too far. We had another one, but I'm gonna leave that for next week.
Okay.
With that being said, we'll close out here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you guys, and I hope you guys love us.
You gotta put the
And
peace sign up like Jamie Foxx, bro. Gotta be.
Oh no,
Just like it, bro.
We gotta do it one way because that's how they did it in ancient Kemetic. That's how you feel me? You keep the energy together. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
This is a war victory symbol. You separate it. This together. Peace and love.
That's your woke take of the day.
This is how I used to finger my bitches when I was 13.
we're out of here.
Yeah,
We're
bro.
out of here.
Nah.
We're out of here. Ooh.